season preview here. Team's been at it since the beginning of August, 2-a-days, and then most recently a couple scrimmages. Coach, kind of bring us up to speed. First, thanks for your time today, and kind of bring us up to speed on the status of the team as you head into week 1 here.
Yeah, we're less than a week away from our opening game at Davenport, August 31st at 7 p.m. And so far we're looking good. We've made great strides. Guys reported on August 7th. We've had some scrimmages, and in that time we've been able to see the cream rise to the top, and our guys have really been working, getting after it, and we've been holding them accountable in all the things that we've been working on.
Good. Obviously it's kind of been a transition that started back in spring with you as the first year as a head coach. You know, now that you've had some time to kind of, you know, install some of your nuances and wrinkles and things like that, how do you think the response has been among the players, and obviously with the returners that you have on both sides of the ball, what type of transition has that been like for everyone involved there?
There's a mutual respect of what's going on. I know the players can see how hard we're working as coaches, and we can see how hard they're working. And within that, I think we're developing trust. And so when we ask guys to repeat and do things again because it wasn't good enough, that they respond to that because they want to be at their best. So overall, you know, there hasn't been many changes, a few wrinkles here and there just to keep it fresh and to keep our guys motivated and what we think we need in order to be successful. But they've responded really well to everything that we've been critical of, as well as there's been a lot to praise. So.
Good. Looking ahead now to the schedule overall, you talked about Davenport next week in game 1. Just kind of talk about the schedule as a whole. You know, the last 5 national championships have come out of the Mid-States Conference here. So the conference is very competitive. But then first home game, you also have a crossover, Robert Morris, that made it to the national tournament last year. Just kind of in general talk about kind of the strength of the schedule for the Cardinals, and then maybe some of the non-conference opponents that you guys will play as well the first couple of weeks.
Yes, we believe we have a very tough schedule. We definitely believe that the Mid-States Football Association and the Mid-East is a very good conference with you know, top to bottom. We have to compete every single week. There's some new coaching staffs, and if a team's not getting it done, they replace the coach, and so everyone's hungry and looking to win. I know that you know, we've got a very strong schedule playing 3 of the 16 teams that are in the playoffs. We do get Santa Heights at home for the last game. Open up with Davenport is no joke. They're a very good football program, and we're excited to just see what we can do as a football program this year.
Concordia's gotten a lot more, I would say, respect both within the conference and also nationally. Last year you guys received, cracked the top 25 rankings in the NAIA poll. This year the College Football of America preseason magazine among NAIA teams had you guys 29 out of 30 in their poll. Kind of what that talk about what that means to, you know, start receiving that respect and that recognition, and how at the same time, you know, you want to keep guys locked in and focused on, you know, kind of week to week approach there. So talk about what that means to the program.
You know, it's always great to receive a compliment and to receive accolation, and we're very excited about those things, but those aren't our end goals. And so, you know, it's kind of like, you know, if everyone just keeps patting you on the back and telling you you're doing great, you start to get soft. And so we try to work against that and just to keep our nose to the grindstone, to keep working, because, you know, it's great to be in the top 30, but that's not our end goal. We just want to keep working to be our very best, no matter what the score is. So there's going to be games we're going to be down, and there's going to be games that people tell us we're going to win before we have played them. And so with that, we just want to attack each play, not worrying about the scoreboard, not worrying about what outside people are saying.
Let's talk about personnel a little bit on both sides of the ball. We have a number of different returners, key starters on both sides, but then also, you know, with the strong recruiting class you guys have coming in, a lot of new faces as well to kind of get them implemented. Kind of talk about what the approach has been, you know, with these scrimmages here, and kind of getting a feel for, you know, the returners, also wanting to limit reps, but then also, you know, kind of seeing what some of the new guys can bring as well. Talk about, you know, kind of the main returners or, you know, key starters that will be big for you guys, maybe some of the captains as well, leading into week 1 here.
Yeah. Our captains right now are senior Caleb Pullman, a defensive end, Jay Koski, a linebacker who's a junior, wide receiver Bryant Hudson, and then senior quarterback Seth Suda. So those guys have provided great leadership, and we're looking to see them kind of thrive in that role as the season goes on. We also have 10 different family leaders that really kind of function and communicate with about 10 to 12 guys within that, and those guys have done a fantastic job, and those kind of vary from junior to seniors. Overall, we got about 10 guys back, 10 starters back on offense and about 6 on defense. So there's been less transition, I would say, on offense, a little bit more on defense. So having to move pieces around, but we found some very athletic guys to play in the secondary. We feel confident about our guys up front, that this is one of our strongest units in that area. On the offensive line, we've seen, we got 4 out of the 5 guys back, so obviously we lost a big piece in Norm Sear, but we're seeing guys kind of take ownership and figure out a new group there, and they're developing chemistry as well. And we're confident about our receiving core as well as at tight end and at running back, that we've got a couple guys that will be able to tote the ball for us this season as we look to pound the rock. So.
First couple weeks, Cardinals will be on the road. First 3 weeks, and the first home game is September 23rd. Just kind of talk to the fans out there, and I think the response has grown the last couple years with great crowds here. A lot of families come early, as far as tailgating in the parking lot and afterwards. Kind of a great environment here since the construction of Cardinal Stadium and the grandstand. Just kind of talk about what fans can expect to receive or kind of see at games here moving forward in preparation for the first home game September 23rd and beyond.
Yeah, well, the awesome thing is you're right up front, close to the stadium. You right next to the action. You get to see our coaches are right next to the bench and kind of see the interaction from there. You're close to the field and get to see that. Our goals as a football program is that you're going to see us compete nonstop, whether we're winning or losing. Some of the proudest moments we've had in our history is when guys have run back out on the field and played some great football after whether a sudden change or we gave up a score and guys went out and just kept competing. So that's hope that you see a team that competes. And I think you'll see and enjoy great fellowship at our tailgates afterwards. There's just a great community that started in a tiny grass lot after we were playing games at Eastern of 20 people, and we got throttled 66-7. And we drive over there, and it was like, why are we doing this? It was like, well, this is our family, and this is what we're going to do. And just kind of reminds me, as a kid, it's like, this is what we're going to do as a family. And so it's slowly grown, and certainly as we've been successful, it's been even more enjoyable. And so we look to continue to do that. So there's great food afterwards and great fellowship.
Good. Well, again, Coach, thanks for your time today. Season preview here with head football coach Joshua Schumacher. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.